I remember the first time that math really felt hard for me and my friends, like it was yesterday, okay? It was a typical school day in like 7th or 8th grade, so that was 1 or 2 years ago. And the teacher is telling us about this new topic that we were going to be covering in maths, which was I have no idea, I can't remember. And then the teacher starts handing out some papers with math problems on them about this new topic. My friend gets this paper before me, and as soon as he realizes what this new topic is, he starts just looking at me absolutely terrified. Then I see the paper because I get it myself, and it says, solve for x. What? This wasn't like a complete surprise to me because I had already known that letters were in math like way before. But, now that I was the one who had to actually do the math problems with letters in them, it was a completely different thing. Okay, so I'm just here to tell you guys that if you guys haven't had these problems before or have only introduced them now in your classroom, like very few days ago or something like that, I'm just here to tell you that it's only going to get worse from here. This is like the metaphor with the frog, where if you put a frog in boiling water and the frog is still alive, it's going to jump up because the water is too hot. But if you put it in like lukewarm water and slowly heat up the water until it boils, he's not going to jump up because it only gradually heats up. And then in the end, he dies. So in the same nature, if you took the math problems that I have right now and showed them to like a 5th grader, they would have no idea what to do. They'd probably explode. But if you showed it to one of my classmates, for example, they'd probably tell you, bro, get this paper out of my face, it's way too close. Oh, yeah, sorry, bro. But they would probably have, like, some kind of idea how to solve it, or they would at least try. Now, I don't have any secret beef, or, like, I hate maths or something like that. I said the metaphor with the frog and you die or something. No, I don't have any beef with math. Not saying that at all. Just, I feel like I haven't really been taught anything useful that will be useful after school since, like, 6th or 7th grade. Because you cannot tell me that I'm going to be 35 paying for my groceries and then the cashier just goes, "Good morning, sir. Thank you so much for shopping at Walmart. Before I scan your groceries, this is unfortunately store policy. You have to tell me what a graph with this function would look like, and if the value of x was 3, then what the value of y would be in this scenario." Man, just put my groceries in the bag. Okay. Now, I do get that you have to, like, know basic calculation. That's just, like, a normal thing that you should know, right? In the sense of plus, minus, dividing, multiplying, etc. But then, when some teachers just genuinely pretend like you're a disgrace to your bloodline if you don't pretend to care about what they're writing down on the whiteboard, and then the worst thing about all this math class stuff is that some students, even though the teacher's pace is, like, ridiculously slow, still can't keep up with this. I recently just overheard my teacher having to explain to some girls in my class how to turn 1 and 2/3 into just thirds. Are we fucking serious? Okay, so wait, this is the question, right? 1 and 2/3. Okay, so if we look at this, right, maybe a little bit confusing, but this one thing right here is just 3/3. So if we add this together with the already existing 2/3, which means that we have to add this one and this one, then we get the fucking 5/3. Yes, and this is the answer. This is 2 plus 2 plus 3. You fucking idiots. But I mean, in that same sentence, I just want to say, hats off to every single teacher who does this as a job. There's a lot of bad teachers out there, but if you get lucky and go to a school with like a good reputation, then you can genuinely have teachers who explain things to you clearly, in a way that you can actually learn some stuff and bring it home with you. And then at the very least, if you're a completely lost cause and your IQ is below 40, they can just slide you some crack and then the day can go by a little bit faster. Wait! Ah!